It is another very beautiful day, and welcome to another edition of Insightful Moments. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Today, our discussion will center on politics and governance. As you all know, that it is just some months, about 11 months now, that Osun State will be electing a governor. I mean, in the governorship poll that is coming, and then in the next few, maybe 8 weeks, we'll be having primaries of political parties across our board. It will be producing all the flag bearer of those parties will be, and things are already shaping up. We are already having issues, here and there from the people in government now, the People's Democratic Party led by Governor Adeleke. And also the people in the opposition. We have two major opposition parties now. We have the All Progressive Congress, and we have the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, which has been led by the former governor of the state, Ogbeni Raufo Aregbesola. This episode we'll be speaking with Senior Special Assistant to Governor Adeleke on Bureau of Social Services. Is a very familiar face on this show. I think ABS has featured maybe like 3 times before. I have Mr. Adejare Bello, Sheriff. ABS, it's nice having you again.
Thank you very much. Pardon me to make an amendment to the proper introduction of my name. I am no longer a Mr. I'm a chief.
Okay. Oh, yes, you are a chief.
I'm a chief.
Yeah. I know you are a chief.
Not just a decorative chief.
Yes, a traditional chief for that matter. Maybe because you are not putting on bead.
I have a bead on me.
No, I think you one on your neck. The moment you put on the one on your neck.
So sometimes we have to look informal. We are not at the palace now.
Okay. All right. ABS, in the last few months, there have been issues around politics, governance, and then the political atmosphere is getting tensed. The political atmosphere is getting more interesting. Let me start from politics, and let me start from your party. When we thought that you are actually moving on from the defection of 5 lawmakers altogether now, 2 senators and 3 rep members, all from Osun East Senatorial District. We thought that your party is actually, moving on, and another crisis now erupted in Ife, and this one is actually centering around the deputy governor of the state and a former national secretary of the party who is a member of the BOT. ABS, it seems your party is becoming synonymous to crisis, now internal crisis. What is really going on?
Well, first and foremost, may I say that the PDP remains as healthy as anyone can even imagine or think. Crisis is a natural thing in a political enclave or climate. And it does not have to do with the PDP or the Osun State government alone. In the world all over, where you have political machination, you are bound to have crisis, no matter how minimal it could be. Don't forget that the national government of the APC at the federal level is also emerged in crisis, and that was what led to what prominently led into the formation of the ADC. The likes of El-Rufai, the likes of Rotimi Amechi were prominent.
But you have people from your party too, a 2-time candidate of your party, Vice President Atiku Abubakar.
Get the narrative clear. The narrative is that whatever picture you are painting here is not peculiar to here alone. It's a general situation wherever you have political interest. The APC National is also engulfed in crisis one way or the other. And that was what led to the formation of the ADC, having a large chunk of people who significantly contributed into how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into power. People like El-Rufai, people like Amechi. Having said that, what you just raised here in Osun is not a crisis. The PDP is intact. What happened yesterday was just an issue of expression feeling within the party. And that is why PDP will continue to be PDP. In PDP, we are not used to draconian style of administration. You understand? People can ventilate, people can express without, having been, gagged. And that was what you witnessed in the news yesterday. However, the party as a solid party in the state under Honorable Sunday Bisi as the chairman has promptly attended to the matter, culminating into the invitation on all the concerned parties from Ife to come and appear with the party in Osogbo. Mind you, the party has went on further to express absolute confidence in the ability of the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Kola Adewusi, as well as our very good leader, Professor Wale Oladipo. What happened was that some people felt they needed to, be more, integrated, and so they forced out. Meanwhile, that shows the angle of democracy upon which the PDP is operating. This is a party where, anybody, including locals, I don't want to use the word commoner because everybody is important in PDP. It goes to show that in our party, the people can really be sure that they have this freedom of expression.
But let me ask you,
this freedom of expression at any given time. And what is important in party politics is that when people raise agitation like this, there should be a platform that can listen to them. The party has risen to the occasion by, calming all frayed nerves and, talking further to say that the ability of the deputy governor is not put into test. And the government also, in collaboration, has spoken that there is no problem of confidence. Mind you,
but if I may ask,
hold on, just a minute. Mind you, if I may ask, just about the time when the APC people were carrying out their own folly on the whole situation, exaggerating the matter, His Excellency Kola Adewusi was in Abuja, standing in, for his boss, the governor, at an event of the party, the same PDP party. The inauguration of the convention committee was done yesterday in Abuja. It was the deputy governor that represented His Excellency the governor. At that time, the governor was the Olubadan, the Senate. So it is to let you know that there is no crisis of confidence between.
But let me ask you this. Part of the allegation, which is the chief of the allegation is that the deputy governor, Professor Wale Oladipo, are still fraternizing with the lawmaker that has left the party. Honorable Taofeek Ajilesoro. If that is true, are you saying that that is not anti-party?
Well, you see, Taofeek Ajilesoro until recently was a member of the PDP.
He's no more a member now.
Listen, he was until recently a member of the PDP. All of us, including myself, we had a sweat in what culminated into his victory. So, because Ajilesoro has defected, cannot mean the end of life. Even though the party must move on. Taofeek is from Ife, the deputy governor is from Ife.
Yes.
They may have their convergence one way or the other, but the truth of the matter is that His Excellency the deputy governor remains committed to the vision of the governor of the state and the ideals of PDP, and there is no crisis of confidence between the governor and the
Is it true that Prof. Oladipo is having some internal issues with the governor? Because we also heard some of those things.
You see, let's not, as a journalist, it is your duty and responsibility to try to go and find out.
And I'm finding out from you now.
And now, as a party person, I am bound to talk to the extent of what I know and what I can be seen.
So, what do you know about that?
What I know is that there was this, matter of, not so substantial weight yesterday, and it has been promptly attended to by the leadership of the party. The chairman of the party at the state level issued a statement in his own name, inviting all concerned. So let us leave it at that. Every concern will appear before the party leadership, and one way or the other, they will settle the matter. But what I can put to you is that our house is in order. If anything, tomorrow speaks well about the hold of PDP in the state, because our party still enjoys the popular mandate and the love of the people of Osun State.
Okay, the popular mandate and the love of the people of Osun State, that you have just said. Now, it is like about 2 months now that the last set of lawmakers that left your party have announced their defection. How are you coping?
Well, you see, the party, the PDP, is structured in such a way that, honestly speaking, I don't know the foundation of it. How God made it, because one way or the other, if I tell my story, if I tell my history, I can conveniently say that I am in the foundation of the party, at least in this state, to a large extent. Now, the point I am trying to make is that the way God structured PDP in Nigeria, not just in Osun State, no single man can hold down the PDP, and I will break it down for you. In 2014, His Excellency Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola, with profound respect, had cause to leave the party for one reason or the other. You understand? We are not going to the merit of it or demerit of it now. But when Oga transited into the APC, you understand, the PDP remained. The gubernatorial candidate in that year was Otunba Iyola Omishore, with whom I worked under. You understand? He had cause to leave the party sometimes.
But you did not mention that late Senator Adeleke also left.
We don't have to belabor ourselves.
No, I just want you to paint the picture so that people will understand it. That he also left as at that time.
You see, when I give an illustration, you get my point. There is no point there. We don't have the luxury of time on the program.
Okay.
You understand? Now, Iyola Omishore was flagged by her in 2014 because of whom Oyinlola had to leave. By 2018, by omission or commission, Omishore himself left the party, yet the party remained. Don't forget that was the very year that PDP was adjudged to be the winner of the election, the 2018 governorship election, before the abracadabra that later, arose. Until tomorrow, in the court of public opinion, people felt that it was the PDP that they voted for in 2018.
Even the Supreme Court said something.
But what was the outcome of the appeal court in that year? The appeal court said, go and swear in Adeleke.
No, it was the tribunal that said.
That was
the appeal court did not say
yes,
that.
the tribunal said, go and swear in Demola. That was under Justice
Siraj. Like tribunal also said.
Justice Sirajo.
Tribunal also said the same thing. In 2022.
So what we are trying to point to you is that an average Osun State person believes that Adeleke was first elected as a governor in 2018, but he never got to power. Eventually, as God will have it, 4 years later, we are in the saddle, and we are hoping by God's grace and the mandate of the people, we will remain around till 2030. Now, as I was telling you, you made mention of some few lawmakers the other time.
No, they are not few. They are almost half of the federal lawmakers.
They are still few. They are not, if you put it on percentage now, we have 9 lawmakers. You understand?
You have 12 altogether.
No. You don't do a cumbersome mass.
Okay.
The red chamber is different from the green chamber.
Okay, I know.
So we have 9 lawmakers, about three left.
Okay.
You understand? So that is still a minority.
But in the Senate,
that is still a minority.
Talk about Senate.
In the Senate, we have a principal officer who remains a principal officer tomorrow.
You have 3, 2 have left. So that is minority.
The point we are trying to make is that a principal officer is still in that Senate today, who happens to be a member and leader of PDP, and is doing very well for the party. What I'm saying, we are not talking about his performance. We are talking about the numbers now. You have minority in that one. My focus for having to refer to that is that the history of how PDP came into power in this state. There was a time the Osun State Assembly is populated by 26 members. There was a time that PDP had only 1 member. You understand? That was the time. I think there were about 2. But Adejare Bello died along the line, remaining Right Honorable Adejare Bello, who was a minority leader at the time. It improved. We became 3. That was when the man in Ife, was a member, and 2 from from Ede. You understand? Now, as God will have it, of the 26 lawmakers in the House of Assembly today in Osun State, PDP have, fantastic 25 or even more. So what we are trying to...
Some people are saying some people are, are doing some...
What we are saying, see, Mr. Gary, what we are saying in essence is that when PDP had no senator, had no rep, had nobody, we had God and we have the people, and we won election. We have been winning election in Osun State since 2017 in this republic. I mean, in this latest time. If you want to leave out the story of the 2003 to 2010, we have been winning every election in this state since 2017. Senator Adeleke became a senator in 2017 by election. By 2018, people voted PDP. By 2022, there was a PDP government institutionalized. Until this afternoon, a PDP government is running the state. So we have people, we have God. If some people have left this party, only they can explain why they leave.
No, I'm just asking how you are coping after their exit.
For you to know that we are coping, fine. The voter registration exercise is going on. The party is doing well by the report we have, and we are having a close monitoring of the situation. You understand? The governance is not altered in any way. If you look at our infra program,
no, we'll go into the governance at the second phase of this program.
If you look into our infra program, our infra program is running out well. The government is running well. Not quite long ago, the governor was back from America, where he went for a short vacation. He was received at the party in at the party secretariat in Osogbo there. CDC of Ed that you saw.
Some people said that those people were paid to come around. Somebody said, I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
Telling you what we heard.
We
as journalists, we hear a lot.
I was there. Was I paid to be there?
You are a party official. You are a government official. You are an appointee.
Listen, my brother.
It is your duty to welcome the governor.
Listen, my brother. The typical narration is that Ojuto Pawo Koma Iwo poster. Demola is what they call Ojuto Pawo in Osun State today. There is no living politician, in Osun today who can boast of having a ready-made army of supporter like Senator Ademola Jackson Adeleke. And that was put into bear again recently when the workers of Osun State troop out to receive the governor back to office. So we are still popular. We remain popular despite the shenanigans of the few defections that we saw. It has not affected the party.
I will ask this question, but I will wait until after this break before I ask. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back after this very short break. Yeah, welcome back from that break. My guest is Mr. Chief Adejare Bello Sheriff, ABS. Chief Sheriff is a senior special assistant to Governor Ademola Adeleke on Bureau of Social Services. Chief, it's nice having you.
My pleasure.
I wanted to ask you a question before we go to the other phase of this interview. And the other phase has to do with governance, the complaints that we have had. But I want to ask you, some people are saying that the PDP in Osun is still, acting like the opposition. Like, when the election is coming like this, people go to the government. As in, politicians move to the government at the party in government at the state. But it seems that what we are having is just another way around. People are moving from the party in government to the opposition party. And people are now asking, what exactly could be attracting people to the opposition when we have a government that is in power? So what exactly is wrong in that area?
Well, nothing is wrong. What I will just say on that is that, conversely, it's just that the PDP, as we have today in Osun State, has become a serious entity whereby we do not fall for propaganda. We really devote our time to proper business. Is it conversely, our party is witnessing, an increased surge on daily basis of real party people who are dumping the fictionless APC and joining our camp. But we are not making noise. At world level, every politics is local. You win your result right from the unit level. At what level? At unit level, we are receiving the campaigns now, every now and then, into the PDP. But the result will definitely tell. We are confident that if election is thrown up tomorrow again, Governor Adeleke will win. As for the the people you are saying are jumping into the the opposition party, the APC, the important thing is that the real voters, the masses, are with the governor. And like I cited the other time, there is this age-long interpretation that Osun State is a civil service state. What they mean by that is that the workforce, contributes significantly to any outcome of election here in the state. And you and I know that the workforce are with Governor Adeleke.
Even the ones at home too.
Oh, definitely.
I mean,
they know why they are at home. It is the wickedness of the APC controlled federal government. You understand? Because clear judicial verdict was passed, but the federal government has refused to obey, to make obedience.
Some people are saying that you left the Supreme Court. You will do a case from the Supreme Court.
Hello. You see, don't mix it up. You are a journalist. You understand? Don't mix it up. The matter at the Supreme Court has nothing to do with the situation of the appeal outcome. What we have gone to do at the Supreme Court is just to seek a constitutional interpretation as to whether Lateef Fagbemi SAN has unilateral power to withhold fund meant for a tier of government. You understand?
Is that not what you took to the Supreme Court as the first instance that you will do?
Listen now.
No, you just want to enlighten people.
Listen. You see, the matter before the appeal court, that the appeal court decided, was in relation to the dissolution of the illegal APC guys parading themselves around that was sacked by 2 federal high court judgment. So that matter, has been determined at the level of the appeal court, and the side that lost that case have not gone to the Supreme Court to appeal till today. But what we have seen is the deliberate refusal of the federal government, orchestrated by Lateef Fagbemi SAN in cahoot with the Minister of Blue Economy and Marine, Gboyega Oyetola, the former governor of Osun State, to stop allocation, from coming to Osun State.
My question is not what you are saying. My question is that at the first instance, you went to the Supreme Court.
That was not the basis.
The basis, or what basis did you go to the Supreme Court?
Where we started was that because there is this misinformation by the APC that it was Governor Adeleke that dissolved the APC guys from the local government.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you are now back in the Supreme Court.
Of course.
Why did you withdraw the first suit that is just the same thing with the present one?
In the first instance, when the APC has always said, go to the Supreme Court.
You went there.
Go to the Supreme Court. Now we are in the Supreme Court, and the same APC is still crying that.
I'm saying is that you went there at the first instance, right? And you would deal that suit at the Supreme Court.
See, my brother.
Why did you withdraw? No, you are now taking the same case back to the Supreme Court. I want to ask. I want you to clarify that. Why did you withdraw the case at the first instance? Now, after a few weeks, like 6 weeks, you now take the same suit back to the same court. Why?
Don't start to sound like a mouthpiece for the APC people.
No, I'm not sorry. I just want to know why you did that.
Now, the answer to your question is that do we still have the window opportunity to approach the Supreme Court? The answer is yes.
Yes. Some people are now like, okay, now, listen now, this matter might have been resolved.
Listen now.
I didn't mean that you did not withdraw the first.
We are not there.
No, the matter would have been resolved, and people want the local government to work. So this matter might have been resolved if you did not withdraw the first.
Then you have to commend us for being there now, and let's
going back.
And let's wait for.
But some people are saying that is inconsistency.
Let's wait for the outcome.
Some people are saying that is inconsistency. And this is why I'm saying
that you should stop being a mouthpiece.
I'm just asking you that we just want to know why. As a person, I want the local government to work. I'm from this state.
It is baffling that a lot of you are not talking on the deliberate refusal of the federal government to obey the
federal government.
To obey the outcome of
we will not be asking you. You know, one thing is that when you say we obey the outcome of the Supreme Court, I've had APC members who are sitting on that seat, and you know, when politicians are speaking, they speak. You have the same pattern of speaking, just trying to, you know, on the same seat we have a APC member who also laying claim that there is no appeal court judgment that sacked them, that the second appeal court judgment is this and that is why we now believe that this matter will be resolved by the Supreme Court. And thank God that you have gone there.
No, you see, the matter is not even what is before the Supreme Court, and this is why we have to educate the public.
The issue, what is important is the allocation of Osun people.
My brother, let's use your platform, the grace of this plan, to educate the people.
Go ahead.
You see, we are all lettered, we are educated. Don't let frustrated politicians, you know, begin or continue to hoodwink the people with, you know, fallacious lies. Now, what are the issue in the matter of the APC? You understand? They have 4 issues for determination at the level of the appeal court. The appeal court said appeal allowed. You understand? And cost imposed. That's the second issue. The third and fourth issue that delve on the original matter as to which was about the holding onto office of these guys, you understand, and the issue of their tenure were never welcomed by the appeal court, because in the judgment the appeal court said it has become an academic exercise, and the court will not want to go into academic exercise. So where in that judgment did the court say it has reinstalled the illegal guys? So let us just face it. In the prayers that will have added life into their comedy, the Court of Appeal was clear that those 2 issues, issue 3 and issue 4, have become academic, and so because of that, the appeal court was not interested in going into it. So what we are witnessing today in the Osun State is just that a defeated opposition is only holding on to a straw of being in the corridor of federal power to frustrate democracy, to frustrate decency, and to wickedly punish the people of the state. Conversely, coming into the second judgment of the appeal court, which is the latest decision, you have the judgment, you've read it yourself. It was so elaborate and so clear. The Court of Appeal judgment said the APC illegal guys are indolent and their woe was self-inflicted, and that event has overtaken their destiny, in that there was an election conducted in February that have now produced PDP clear winners, which have been sworn in, an election which was conducted based on order of the State High Court Election Division. So that judgment is very, very clear, and it is on that basis that every public-spirited personality and entity and group around the country have been making appeal call to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release our allocation. The health sector is suffering because the APC-led federal government has refused to release Osun State allocation. The sanitation sector is suffering. The KBC are suffering because they can no longer access their 5%, you know, in servicing the communal peace objective of government. Now I put it to you that you see, the MBA, Nigeria Bar Association, this is the collegiate of lawyers, people, you know, who know the law. They have come out to say that in their opinion, the PDP elected chairmen and councillors are the rightful people who should be governing at the local government level, and who they should release the allocation to.
But these are lawyers, right?
Listen.
No, I just want us, you say we don't have time, and then I have 2 other areas I want us to cover.
The clerics, League of Imam of Affairs, League of Imam and Affairs in Osun, under the Chief Imam of Osogbo, they have made call to the federal government. the Baba Oni Kábíyèsí Onirisha, His Royal Majesty, His Imperial Majesty Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, on behalf of all the Kábíyèsí, of the other Kábíyèsí, they have made call. Christianization of Nigeria have made call. Who again will make call on President Tinubu? And I'm now calling on you, Mr. Adejare Bello, CEO of Insight. Also use your platform to ensure that
that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing.
To ensure that the APC-led federal government obey the law.
That is what we are doing now. Some of us are intentionally particular about the opening of local government.
Look at what is happening in Rivers State. In Rivers State, we have a structure that is not an elected structure.
Let's go to the other.
And local government allocation is being sent. Listen, let's round it up. Local government allocation is being sent down to Rivers State, where we have a state administrator, where an elected governor was suspended, and we have an elected governor in place in Osun. We have a functional House of Assembly.
Let me say that
we have
people are saying that the suspension, we have your members at the House of Representatives and the Senate. They were all seated when it was ratified at the Senate.
But join your voice with ours.
I'm not saying
with that of the Kábíyèsís and the CAN and the League of Imam and Affairs to call on President Tinubu.
We have to speak,
call on President Tinubu,
and we have to hear from the other sides, from all sides. Osun State allocation forthwith, because the people are not happy with the APC. But somebody said that when people were speaking on the Facebook recently, somebody said, look here, the same governor Adeleke has endorsed Tinubu, so President Tinubu for second term. What we are saying, have you withdrawn that endorsement?
You see what we are saying?
No, I just want to go straight.
This is what we are telling you. What we are saying is that politics is different from governance. This is about the rule of law. So this is about governance.
This matter now does not have anything to do with politics. The withhold of local government allocation doesn't have anything to do with politics. Because you have been mentioning APC and APC.
Listen,
APC is not a government, is a political party.
It is a known fact that it is political.
So why are you now endorsing the same tormentor of yours?
Because Prince Lateef Fagbemi SAN, who is at the center of this illegality, you understand, was the lawyer to immediate past governor Boyega Oyetola.
What I'm saying is that you have endorsed
until his appointment as Attorney General.
You have Governor Adeleke has endorsed the same tormentor in chief of yours, which is President Bola Tinubu.
We are not calling President Bola Tinubu.
Who is your tormentor?
We know.
Who is your tormentor in this matter?
We believe that our allocation is with the federal government.
But you have been calling on Tinubu to release. He is the federal government. Are you saying that it doesn't have anything to do with Tinubu again?
What we are saying is that the president, as the father of the nation, must ensure that he does justice.
So people are now saying that governor has endorsed the same person for another term.
It's a rolling dice.
So you have endorsed somebody for another term, and you want people to be attacking the same person that you are romancing with.
So because we endorse, does that mean that illegality should be perpetrated?
We are not saying that. What we are just saying is that this matter has to do with some level of politics, as you have just said.
You see, you asked a question the other time as to why a court case was earlier, withdrawn from the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You see, for every situation in politics, you have political solution. You have
when you're looking at political solution,
you have otherwise solution. If you try political solution, but no other solution can take away the place of law. So as we are pursuing the lawful angle to it, we are also looking at a way to politically resolve the matter. We are Yoruba. The president is Yoruba. Mr. President must stop to frustrate Yoruba agenda.
You see, what is my Yoruba agenda? Have we all sat down at the hall that we say that this is what you want to do?
You are from Irekodun also.
Yes.
Your people at Irekodun, if not for the love of...
are you saying... Because some people have been calling Tinubu second term as the Yoruba agenda. Is that what you are referring to?
What we are saying is that the president is from here. If he must have problem, it should not be seen that he's the one causing the problem from home, and we will not be responsible for his problem.
Your party has zoned the governor, the presidential ticket to the south.
Yes.
So if Governor Seyi Makinde comes out tomorrow, are you saying that you will still be supporting Tinubu? Is he not a Yoruba person?
That is why we tell you. That is even Governor Seyi Makinde supported President Tinubu.
Well, I'm just saying that if he comes out tomorrow, we have been having those. I just want you to go straight so that we can go to the other.
This is why we tell you there is a rolling dice. Governor Seyi Makinde supported President Tinubu. So you cannot criminalize it today if Governor Demola Adeleke is showing love to his brother and uncle, President Tinubu.
Okay, let me now go to the governance now.
Let it be on record that the president must remember that he fought this same war as a governor. He should not be the one that will inflict the same wound on another governor now.
Okay, ABS rather. Let's conclude this interview now because our time has been partly spent. But the conclusion now is that some people are having issue with the way Governor Ademola Adeleke is running the state. There is this, I know it is not new again, there is this thing that we've all heard, a Edenization agenda, that everything is about it. And they now came out with something that the governor approved for dualization within Ede alone. All of them entering Ede or coming out of Ede. But why we have some other important roads that are calling for the attention of the governor. Why is there anything like Edenization agenda?
Jare, you see, people are being deliberately ignorant, and you as a journalist must.
I'm asking you now.
No, don't cut me short.
I want you to say it. Don't say that we journalists do anything. We are bringing it to your table.
Let us be able to paint the exact picture of the situation
now, face
to
the camera and
to the people of the state. There is a deliberate ignorance by mischief makers, mostly APC guys or their acolytes who they are funding, who want to set other terms, against the governor. But by the grace of God, their wish will not come to a pass. Now, you can imagine, I watch a certain former commissioner, I don't want to mention name, over another platform, a radio platform, a few days ago, whereby he was making this outlandish nonsense on here. Are you telling me that?
Those are very strong words.
Outlandish nonsense. I want to stand by it. You understand? Outlandish nonsense, because there is no record of any governor who have ambitious. Every past governor played their own part. They did their own bit. However, there is no governor who has been able to ambitiously develop every nook and cranny, simultaneously the way Demola Adeleke is doing. And I'll put it to you, for the first time in history of, our race, Yoruba race, Demola Adeleke is now constructing or building a flyover bridge at Ile-Ife. None ever happened since the creature of the earth. It was not even under the days of action group of our late sage, respected Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Demola Adeleke is building a flyover bridge now at Ile-Ife for the first time in history. Come to Ilesha, the first dualization ever.
Yes.
His Excellency Demola Adeleke is constructing now, to the joyfulness of the people of Ilesha. We have had past governors who never attempted that. Go to Ila, there is a dualization going on in Ila, the first of its kind, being done by Ademola Adeleke. Come to Ikirun, Osogbo to Ikirun, this same Demola Adeleke completed the dualization, and now he is undergoing the continuation up to Ilaudo Kwara boundary. You understand? So we are working across everywhere in Osun State. If you come to Osogbo here, we have dualization done, we have flyover done, not at one spot, not at two spots. So what we are saying is that this is a development that leaves nowhere aside. The infra plan focus of His Excellency Imole Osun is such that everywhere is being counted, worthy. Now it will be out of mischief to now suggest that Adeleke is doing everything in a day. Just yesterday, a certain popular internet user in the APC, my good Aburo Shogo Omosun, put up something on the internet that in Ayédáadé local government he challenged the government to come and show their scorecard that there's nothing worth of 500 million naira that the state government has done in Ayédáadé local government for 3 years. I look at it in the morning, I laughed, but because of my busy schedule, by afternoon time when I had little time, I just introduced 2 projects done by Adeleke in that town in excess of 2 billion naira, and Shogo was quiet. And this is how Adeleke is doing everywhere. Go to Ikire, Adeleke is working. Go to Isokan, Adeleke is working. So it is out of mischief for anyone to say that development is being centered in Ede alone. Just yesterday again, we reeled out list of roads that we have constructed in Ile-Ife alone. Over 10 roads, my brother. In Osogbo alone, in less than 3 years, Governor Adeleke has done road project that is just a little bit short from 40.
Let me say something.
Listen, about 38 roads in Osogbo alone. I put it to you that throughout the 4 years of former Governor Gboyega Oyetola, he did not do more than 2 kilometers in the entire Igbo local government. Today, I beat my chest and tell you that under 3 years, we have done over 10 kilometer road in Igbo local government alone, and I have the list. I have been to Ejigbo. We are now opening Ejigbo to Iwo. You understand? About 11 kilometers. We are opening up Ejigbo along Agurodo side. I can't remember now. I've been to that place. So for people who are saying Edenization, what we are saying is that the dualization that we kick off at Okegada, that we run through Osun, these are separate local government. Osun is in Egbedore local government. Ofatedo is in Egbedore local government. How is that connected to Ede, if not mischief?
ABS, some people are saying that Iwo Road is one of the most critical roads we have in the state. And then we have a video where Governor Adeleke, during his campaign, that said that Iwo Road is going to be one of the first roads he is going to construct. Would you like to listen to that video?
Yeah, no. I will,
when he was campaigning,
there was no campaign grant that His Excellency
so he said it at the Palace of Oluwo.
There was no campaign grant that His Excellency went to that I didn't have the grace and opportunity to be there with him all the way during the campaign. You see, the governor said that, and he's not turning back on that. That promise that he made, he's still faithful to that promise. What will you have the Adeleke do? We are doing dualization as I speak to you now at Iwo. I have told you that Oyetola could not boast of more than...
The issue of Iwo Road even caused problem among some government appointees.
Listen.
Sometimes last week.
Don't be mouthpiece for the APC.
No, I'm just saying, these are something that we all saw now. I was not the one that said it.
Listen now. For clarity's sake, the Edenization of a thing, you can now see, if you are constructing the election up to Ofatedo, up to Osun, is Ofatedo part of Ede? Is Osun part of Ede? I even made a post where I was calling on the Kabiyesi Alawo and the Kabiyesi Olojudo to be watchful about Banik, Bayo Adeleke, on behalf of his APC, going against development in their area just because he hates Ademola Adeleke. So what we are saying is that we are developing everywhere.
We have a town that is having 4 dualization ongoing at
and this is the mischief. This is the mischief that I am telling you about. Is Ofatedo Ede? The dualization is in Ofatedo now.
It's coming from Ede.
What are you talking about?
The road only starts from Ede.
Listen, if I want to construct a road for you now, here at your office, will I not come through Osun?
Okay, yeah.
Will I just fly over and jump here? The people of Osun are now happy. Throughout the APC time, what they could see in Osun was just the perimeter fencing of the airport of no value. You understand? And today, Ademola Adeleke is now doing dualization in Osun, and you think the people of Osun will not be happy? apart from the other intercity,
now that you have listed the roads that are ongoing, I would like you to react to a statement made by one of the chieftain of the APC from your community, from the same head there like yours. Former Speaker, Right Honorable Adejare Bello, he said that apart from road infrastructure, Governor Adeleke does not have achievements in any other sector. What are those sectors? Please, in less than 2 minutes, because we don't have time.
You see, with due respect,
you know, you said that, right?
He was our former Oga. I know him very well. He knows me very well. He's my uncle too.
So that's why I said maybe you can just use this platform to respond to him.
Our company are just stone throw to each other. He's my uncle. He's a father figure, no doubt. You understand?
So he sees it very well.
Not that he sees it. You see, Right Honorable Adejare Bello made that statement, perhaps to please the microphone in the studio where he said it. I also watched it. The same Right Honorable Adejare Bello have earlier come out to say that indeed Adeleke is a performer.
Maybe he meant in that sector too.
No, don't forget that he was on he was on TVC recently, not quite long, where he praised the same governor Adeleke. But I understand that the APC people are already talking Oga, that Oga is beginning to be in love with his friend and brother, the governor. So he needed to say something to make the anger of the APC people to swell down. Because, for example, Adejare Bello, for example, when he said, we thank God that he admitted that His Excellency Adeleke is doing infrastructure. You understand? I had engagement with former House of Rep member Badi Falade, also on a platform sometimes recently ago, where he also admitted that Demola has brought every truck to everywhere developing Osun. So we are happy at the accolade that the APC chieftains are giving the governor. However, we must set the record straight that it is not just in infrastructure alone. Incidentally, the wife of Right Honorable Adejare Bello is also a stakeholder in the government as a senior public official. So Alaja understands that the governor is a performer just like our husband.
Maybe you can tell us.
Listen.
In 1 minute.
Listen, if you are now saying that it is just in infrastructure, we thank him that he acknowledged that we are working on infrastructure. Let me put it to you that is the University of Ilesha not a legacy project? Is it not the handiwork of Adeleke? Today, the Ilesha is flourishing. Is booming.
Some people are saying it's too expensive, 1.5 million. Is that true?
What is 1.5 million?
That the tuition fee cumulatively is about 1.5 million.
My brother,
that may not be. Somebody like me, I attended University of Ilorin, where the total money I paid was less than 120,000.
My brother, as you could tell, man.
So listen, that's right.
Listen, I went to university where I was paying 6,000 naira school fee. You understand? But my little daughter now, if I must pay fee on, I know how much I pay. So now, this is the system where we are. This is the system where we are. With the standard, I've been to Unilisha. I saw, record directly with the quality we are journey. We are putting the school is putting into building the future of the student. You understand? You will agree with me that if you compare to surrounding institutions around, Edenization is still doing very fine. But I agree with you that
another person like me,
there is something. You are a rich man, Jare. You can always afford 1.5 million. You can always afford.
I said the total money I paid in my was less than 120,000 for 4 years.
You understand? So will somebody say Edenization is not a legacy project? While Right Honorable Adejare Bello was speaker, we established, the PDP government established Union Osun. The same PDP government has also established Edenization.
Because of that, I would not like us to go into the politics of Edenization.
Let me tell you, there is no local government you will get to today. There is no word that you will get to today that you will not find an health facility program, health facility site that we have not refurbished, that we have not rejuvenated under 2 years. Give it to Adeleke. We are working, and we deserve our second term, and we earn it when we have it eventually, because the people love His Excellency Ademola Jackson Adeleke.
And on that note, it has been a very long interview with ABS. And, ABS is always a very combative soul when he's on this seat. And I know that's the kind of person he has been, right from even when he was a member of the opposition that time. I know how he was always combative. But that's a very wonderful session with Chief Akintunde Bello Sheriff, ABS, Senior Special Assistant to Governor Adeleke on Bureau of Social Services. ABS, thank you so much for having you.
My pleasure, my brother.
We just hope that as we are going, the 3rd anniversary is coming. We'll have to bring all the records. And at that time, it's not going to be only you. It's going to be you and a member of the APC.
I have all the details.
Where you will bring all the records.
I just told you how we churn out the one for Adejare local government. I have all the details. We will furnish you anytime you need it.
Okay. We will reserve all those ones until November, when the governor will be marking the 3rd anniversary of his administration. And on that note, I want to say thank you for being part of today's show. My name is Adejare Bello. Bye for now.